Hello and welcome. Bit of a time warp with this episode, as we should be leaving Jomtien to go down to Koh Chang, but we're doing a return to Jomtien, putting both together as I go down for the music festival on the 14th, 15th and 16th of March. Of course football as well, so it should prove to be a good weekend. We'll go back to the timeline and do Koh Chang.
And it's a Toyota Avensis. I do like the Toyotas, they are quite reliable. 4-door. Could get a smaller, cheaper one, but we've probably got some hills to climb. From 7-Eleven, a couple of cold drinks. Hello beer and an energy drink. So I picked up the car hire for 8 days. Down in Pattaya, much easier than Bangkok. They're not linking your credit card to their company. It's just a cash 5,000 deposit, and you bring it back and go nick, and you get your 5,000 back. So I've got to stop and replan the route because I was warned by Google there was congestion up ahead, and I went over like a flyover inside lane. There's 2 holes in the road on the inside lane, so I thought, yeah, definitely got off here. So we're just picking that toll road to go through, which avoids Bangkok, so keep out of Bangkok.
This is a 2.0 version, as we're going to show a return to Jomtien for the music festival. So on our return to Jomtien, we'd see the beginning of the music festival, the 2-day event, Friday and Saturday, and then put on my phone Google Maps to take the toll roads and avoid Bangkok. Travelling down from Chonburi, inputting into Google Maps, the drive should be 4.5 hours. It was to take 7 hours, with a good 2 hours just trying to park up in Jomtien. However, Google Maps in its wisdom decided it would give me a shorter route and took me through the centre of Bangkok. Now the roads in Bangkok are mad crazy when the sun's out, even worse when there's a thunderstorm and heavy rain. And I like to keep a good space when I'm driving, especially when visibility is that low when you hit the low parts of the highway and you're driving through big pools of water. Turns out I was right, there was a 4-car pile-up right in front of me. And as I stopped, I noticed the lead car, the door opened and a woman got out and got on her mobile phone. Then there was beeps of the car horns, and she soon got back in because the traffic behind me just spread out left and right and kept on going. And I realised I had to go as well because the police would come along and close at least 2 of the lanes off. So I just kept going. At that time I had my sat-nav on and not the video. Well, this was the only crash I've seen in Thailand. But that's not to say there's not many car crashes. There's quite a few. And even on busy weekends like Songkran, which is just past, 500 people die on the roads in 2 days. An earlier blog showed us travelling from Hua Hin round to Bangkok and up to Jomtien. And I marvelled how fast they were putting up miles and miles of elevated roadways, highways, building the columns and then craning in 50-metre sections of road and rolling the roads on top of the plinths. All looked very efficient, but they've been on with this for a few years. But not long after we got to Jomtien, I'd read about one of these overhead roads pancaking down and crushing 4 workers. And luckily it was through the night, so there was no road traffic underneath. And on further looking into it, there's been quite a few accidents like that on the elevated roads and rail. So it definitely makes it a bit anxious driving through Bangkok. Especially when you have to watch the road traffic and not what's above your head. Now I drove through on March the 14th on a Friday. The following day on a Saturday, one of these overhead bridge sections collapsed. And again, 5 people dead and 30 plus in hospital. So my anxiousness wasn't for nothing. When you're driving in the scenic parts of Thailand, it's hard not to be a nosy bugger. I was driving along this highway here, and I saw a train pass overhead and what I thought was an unfinished elevated highway. And it turns out it's a new monorail. I could see the port and starboard side of the train as it passed over. Turns out this new train line, the pink line, was opened on the 21st of November. That's a good day, isn't it? And for the first month, all train rides were free. But it's not all happy ending with it. A length of conductor line fell off this new elevated railway. And the conductor line carries a current which makes the trains run. And that runs alongside the concrete track. The excuse from the government was that it filled up with dirt between the concrete track and the conductor line, which forced it to fall. And it wasn't just a small piece, it was 7 kilometres long. And the gale fell during the night, so there was power lines cut and 3 cars crushed. But nobody was injured. And always sing the praises of the mass transport system in Bangkok. It's really fast and efficient. I would say it's never stopped, never closed down. But of course it was in a few days' time because of the earthquake. And I've already put my thoughts on this in the vlog when I was in Phang Nga, with the Belt and Road Initiative being offered from China, taking a high-speed train from Laos, which already has a border crossing with passport control, run it down to Bangkok, up to Chiang Mai, and then down to Phang Nga and up the island of Phuket, with the idea being is Chinese tourists can get on the train in China and get off that train in Phuket. And on the way down to Phang Nga, there's such a lot of natural beauty, marshland, national parks, alkaline bedrock, aquiflows holding the water, there's potholing and sink caves. So you have to worry and think what could possibly go wrong. And I say we're a few days away from the earthquake here. The tower block collapsed near Tratt Market in Bangkok. Now that was put up using Chinese steel. And that steel factory has recently been closed for inferior quality of metal. The tower was built by a Chinese company that had never built a tower before. Their experience is overhead elevated rail. The Thai government have said they will look into it carefully and investigate it. To keep Thailand amazing, you hope that they do a good job. I'm just doing a shot because I've just come off the motorway at Pattaya motorway. It's taking you straight down to Jomtien Beach. I look at it. I mean, I recognise the buildings there. It's all skyscrapers. So from Bangkok to here, they tell you 70 minutes. And it's pretty much like that. I've had to stop twice for the pay booth and talk to them out in them pass, and I've stopped for the toilet twice. And of course, at a few destinations, I mean, obviously Pattaya, Rayong, Chonburi, where they just blast on for 20-30 kilometres and then there's a turn off, hand your ticket over, pay the money. The location in this case, Jomtien Beach, it's going to take you right to the beach. No traffic lights or anything. Well, that's a 7-hour road trip down to Jomtien, done in 8 minutes, with some necessary yak. And an hour and a half of that was spent in a big Jomtien car park. I got 1/3 of the way along the beach road towards Welcome Street when the police diverted me up onto the second road. Getting on to 5 o'clock to close that road early because it was really getting busy. I then had to drive up the second road and turn around and come down on the other side so I could get the place that I knew, a hotel car park, which was gated. They were charging to come onto it, but from there I could walk to Welcome Street. Just take a backpack, leave my suitcase in the car. So going to Welcome Street looking for digs. Yes, I didn't pre-book anything. All the small rooms were taken up. I ended up in Everybody's Welcome Inn, which is just opposite the Expats Bar. At around 5 o'clock it was just time to have a shower, get changed, grab a massage to limber up and get a bite to eat down Kiki Market. I heard the first band, but I didn't see them. So we're on the first floor above the restaurant on Welcome Street, and it's a big room. It was a room half the size
2 weeks ago when I was here. It's got a big air conditioning unit which works fine, more TV, and a kettle. It's been a while since I've seen a kettle in a fridge. It's a table, drawer space, bit of a library, and they're quite comfortable then. And like I say, a great to have a fridge. You've been like at the mercy of the resort I've been in, and you've just got the resort opening hours 12 hours, or you nip out to the shop and you just buy one drink, because if you buy more than that they're just going to get one. Again, pretty cupboard space, big balcony, big bougainvilleas. Oh, that's my mate's place, Phil, from England. Been here about a dozen years. Down there's in look, so I can just shout down my order. And there we are, everybody's in. So in the shade at the moment. I'm not sure if that's going to change by about 1 o'clock. And bedroom, big bed, fan, and another fan. And a dresser with a chair. Yeah, plenty of drawers. See the big windows looking out. Little window there, little window there. Good sized bed. There's ting and tong. I've got more there as well. There's plenty of, we've got a safe as well. There's plenty of place to put suitcases and bags. Not stuck for space. The windows on 2 sides. Yeah, on the bathroom. Just take a wet wall, a shower, and it works. And a fan in there. It's a bit dated. It's a bit dated, but it says only 800 baht. It's like less than £20. It's the size of it. I think you could have a family in here, because you could have kids sleeping on there. And there's a cupboard. I've noticed there's a cupboard. It's got pillows in and bedding. So yeah, you could have this as a family room. And it's got plenty of sockets, which I like, because sometimes you only got 2. Plenty. Oh, and the lights are on dimmers. So you just set them down low at night, so you wake up again in a strange place and you find your way around.
The sun's going down, so it's time to check out. The Pattaya Music Festival starts at 6 PM. And this week, it's at Jomtien Beach. You can find details on Facebook under Pattaya Music Festival, also known as Sound on the Sand, but we'll just call it Brown Chicken Brown Cow.
Hey ฮชแท็กให้กับงานของเราด้วยโอ้งานของเรานะไม่มีทางเกิดขึ้นเลยหากการสปอนเซอร์ที่น่ารักจากทุกท่าน
ใช่แล้ว
ที่มาร่วมเป็นส่วนหนึ่งในวันนี้
ตอนนี้ฉันยังสำคัญจะน้อยแต่ว่าใครถามไม่เหมือนที่คุยกันไว้เธอเอาก็ว่าฉันเป็นแค่พี่น้องคนที่ทำให้เธอยิ้มคนที่ทำให้สงสารคนที่ทำให้เธอปวดร้อนคนที่ทำให้ประทับใจเอาเธอแพ้คนที่ทำให้เธอเหมือนเป็นคนเคยรักคนอยู่ทุกวันอยากจะให้โอกาสเธอบอกกับเขาให้เธอพลาดทุกคนแต่ที่น้องพูดมาได้ในตอนนี้โอ้คนนี้รู้ไหมมันยาก
วันนี้ขอบคุณอบจชลบุรีนะครับและขอบคุณพัทยาขอบคุณทุกคนมากๆนะครับทุกคนน่ารักกับเรามากจริงๆครับวันนี้
เสียงของเธอแค่ครั้งคนเดียวทำฉันให้ลอยล่องไปไกลสุดสายตามีอะไรมากกว่าที่เคยได้พบมาเกินกว่าคำบรรยายลองหลับตาเห็นภาพเดินรักฉันเพียงอยากขออยู่เว ปีที่เราไม่อยากร่ำลาวันหนึ่งไม่รู้ว่าอะไรที่สำคัญกว่ายังจดจำในใจลองหลับตาเห็นภาพเดิมอีกครั้งฉันอยากขอหยุดเวลาไว้ก่อน
คนไหนมีความสุขเปิดไฟในโทรศัพท์ให้เราเห็นหน่อยได้ไหมฮะแล้วก็ขอดูไฟหน่อยได้ไหมฮะ
Quietest place to listen to music and have a conversation is the beachfront. But it's still too noisy for the microphone, so this is a redo. 10 years ago, I was invited to a Thai club at the end of Walker Street by a lot of Thai friends. And this was more of a cabaret show. Lots of dressing up and acting out and playing parts. Of course, all in Thai. Hadn't got a clue what they were saying. But you could get the gist of it by the way of the actions and the facial expressions. And the songs would always build up to a crescendo. High octane stamping music, and the Thais loved dancing along to. Remind me a lot of the 80s and a big UK band by the name of Madness and One Step Beyond. For a good few years now, the K-pop has been the biggest thing in Thailand, with the music charts being filled with K-pop music. That's the South Korean side, the land of soap and water. Even arriving in Thailand at Bangkok, my room was 50% more expensive. That was because a number of K-pop bands were playing in Bangkok. So I'm going to play a few minutes of samples from each of the bands so you can make your own mind up. They're not really new bands, some of them are 20-year-old, but they have had a lot of chart success and are well known in Thailand. When I use a selfie stick for the roadside, that'll be when it's a bit wavy around because I can't quite see if I'm on the subject. Best place for video is in the arena next to Control Tower. That's where they adjust the sound, the lights, and the drone flies from there. But you've got a speaker system, so it's no good for the microphone. As each band finishes its set, the stage is made ready for the next band. Time to go and grab some refreshments. There's a 7-Eleven just at the bottom of Welcome Street, but by now the cold drinks have all gone. Plenty of watering holes, but the best place is right next to the stage, across the road at the Kiki Night Market. Sit and have some food and a cold drink, get another cold drink, and wander back to the beach. And the next street down from Welcome Street, you have the Kiki Plaza Night Market. It lies south of Welcome Street, next street down. And that's straight opposite from the Music Festival arena. And a little bit further south, you have the beach football pitches, as well as the stadium. On the beach road it has a lighthouse that's always been there, but it's repurposed now. I remember this street with an arched doorway. You could get one car through, but your taxi drivers would use that as a shortcut to the second road. Lined with colourful bougainvillea trees, run down old housing, it become a tipping ground, with fly tippers dropping everything off from freezers to beds and cabinets and mattresses. The local government now sees it in their way to scrape the ground, hard pack it, and let the Thais set up shop on there, knowing that the Thai businesses will keep the area clean and tidy. So they'll be there as long as it takes before some architect comes up with some plans for the next resort. So that's this market, and you've got fresh seafood here as well. Fish.
the smoothie go for. Pick a smoothie out, whichever fruit you want, and mix a bit of water and a bit of sweetener. And they're all together. Half a dozen shops. 30 baht, so not bad. Nice refreshing vitamin drink.
So here we have a guy pimping out his iguana. And I still don't know if they taste like chicken.
We have a sushi restaurant style. The sushi's all out there, just pick what you want on. And it's totally empty. So we've got potato bread, pierogi, mushroom pierogi with bread, and chicken pierogi bread. This one's salmon pierogi bread, banana cake, vanilla, baked spinach with cheese, egg and spinach pierogi. Okay, give these a go.
สวัสดีเจ้าพัทยา ชายแท้ที่แท้แล้วยังสิ่งอยู่จีบสาวจังใดละสูงเขาไม่เคยทิ้งเพราะมัวแต่ใช้แค่แอบเฝ้ามองแต่มันน่าสบสายตาเว้นว่านักศึกษาแม่ห้ามทางก็แถวตลอดไปลงผู้สาวอีกแล้วน้ำมาห่มที่ฉันจะมีความรักและไม่กล้าจะถามเพราะอะไรอยู่วะแต่รอทั้งปีแต่ไม่ได้รองน้ำตาเพื่อนเคยหมายของลงมาถ้าไม่ยอมติดความมาจะข้าไปแดนมาเลยอยากเป็นเจ้าผู้ต้องกินกระทู้ชุดวันชอนเดี๋ยวมันก็ขึ้นเพื่อนใหม่สู้มาครับผมสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับแค่อยากจะบอกว่าใจเมื่อเรามีอาการไม่เจอเธอนานเมื่อมีอาการเหมือนเดิมตลอดทางมันเริ่มที่จะลายมันเป็นอยู่เรื่อยไปมันเริ่มจะเห็นใครเหมือน ตลอดรักเธอหัวจะบอกฝากไว้หากฉันจะเดินเราไม่ได้เหมือนกันตลอดกาลมันรักที่จะลายยังเดินเรื่อยไปมันรักเรื่อยไปเหมือนเธอหมดเลยฉันอยากฉันอยากคิดถึงหน่อยฉันอยากขอได้โปรดกรุณาขอฉันมีสิ่งเดียวคือเธออยากจะเจอทุกเวลารักฉันอยู่หรือเปล่าคิดถึงฉันหรือเปล่าโปรดจงรู้ นับ1 ถึง 3ใครมากับเพื่อนโดนให้ยกที่สุดเตรียมตัว 1 2 1 2 3 มึงสู้มาตลอดเธอเหนื่อยมึงสู้ตลอดแต่ว่าชีวิตมันสู้หนักมึงอยากได้ดีอยากหวังแล้วมันก็พังทุกอย่างเพ่งช่วยงานก็โดนไล่ออกถูกเมียทิ้งที่ไปไม่บอกว่าวันนี้ความมึงไม่สวยก็แต่กูไม่รู้เว้ยมันก็คงต้องสวย เ ลางคืนต้องร้องตะโกนตายแสงก้องหลอดไฟคนบางคนก็มองคนบางคนก็ฟังแต่บางคนไม่เข้าใจไม่เป็นไรทำต่อไปรอใจตัวเองไม่เป็นไรหลับตาแล้วรอก้มหน้าไปทำเพลงที่กำลังรอในเวลากลางวันที่ฉันนั้นพยายามตอบคำถามจำว่าในการกระทำที่ฉันหากฉันไม่ทำให้โลกจะรู้และแม่กับยายไม่เป็นไรทำต่อไปฉันขอกำลังใจไม่เป็นไรหลับตาลูกลองก้มหน้าไปทำเพลงที่กำลังร้องมันเป็นเสียงบทเพลงเสียงปวดความหมายบางคนชอบอย่างไรปะโถผมจะทำได้เพียงแค่บนความเป็นจริงความเป็นธรรมความเดือดร้อนความเป็นคนมันอยู่ให้คนข้างบนอย่าช้ายดติดความเป็นธรรมอันโจมล้อยดติดความเป็นธรรมเพื่อพวกพ้องยดติดความเป็นธรรมเก็บซ่อนไว้ที่สูงยดติดความเลวทรามด้วยกฎหมายยดติดการยิงคนให้เป็นความยดติดการทำลายกฎหมายกฎหมายความเป็นธรรมอันจบแล้วความเป็นธรรมเพื่อพวกเราความเป็นธรรมที่สมองที่สีสูงความเป็นธรรมเมื่อในสถานการณ์ฉันไม่ค่อยดีไม่มีทางเป็นต้องมาใส่เสื้อกันเป็นบนจึงวิ่งออกรับส่งวิ่งกันจนพอพันว่าจะได้ไหมแต่ละวันใครว่าจนใครว่าโง่แต่จะถึงยังไงก็เรื่องของฉันเราแค่บอกเราแวะมาโยกย้ายสายสะโพกกันบ้างภรรยาLet's go! แบกตัวจากบ้านแต่เช้าต้องเดินออกแต่ฉันเอาไปทอดเจ็บและช้ำมากี่ครั้งผ่านแ
บหันมากี่หนหากจะเป็นเธออีกสักคนมันก็คงไม่ต่างกันเท่าไรหากเธอคิดทำอย่างนั้นกลัวหากคุณพี่คนนี้ไม่แค่ไม่สนคนในครอบครัวเจ็บแต่ถ้าเธอรัวถึงตัวน้องลูกคุณเป็นชายทั้งในตัวคุณแล้วเดินเข้ามาที่มืออันนี้ซ้ำนะขอให้บันเทิงวิดีโอโอ้ยอะไรเข้ามาดูไม่คุณพี่เสร็จที่ไม่ทำผมก็จำนะที่ทิ้งเราคนมากมายโอ้โหเป็นคนก็เป็นทางให้คุณพี่ยังไม่ทำสนองมันหาถ้ามันต้องพวกผู้ชายยังไหวอยู่ไหมพัทยาโอ้ยทางนี้มาก่อนแล้วแต่มันก็คือสุดท้ายก็ว่าเราโอ้มันเคยแล้วเคยทำกูเคยแล้วฉันว่ามันก็เคยทำไอ้เรื่องเร็วๆเรื่องไหนยังทำมาก่อนโอ้ยตาโวยให้เมื่อร้อนคนมองพ่อแม่ไม่สั่งสอนขั้นตอนแรกกูไม่เคยทำตอนนั้นที่กูทำให้ทุกตอนโอ้ยสุดท้ายก็ว่าร้องได้พูดกันสุดเสียงเลยว่าแล้วก็กระสุนเพราะว่ากูรีบกูอยากจะนอนลึกยังนาน
It's a real rabbit. Thank you.
Hey,